Hey y'all, Lauren Conlon here, owner of Team Local Fit, and today's video is going to cover stubborn body fat loss. And I'm going to read a direct question that I got. I've gotten this question a million times, let's be honest, but why does it take forever to lose hip and thigh fat? So first, I wanted to cover the differences between men and women body fat distribution. Now, not everybody is going to fit into these generalizations, but these trends are pretty on point, and I've seen this over and over again. So in grad school, I did a diet study. So it was a 22-week study. We had a weight loss period and then a weight regain period. And throughout that time, I probably did over 150, maybe 160 body comps. And even before that, I had to do obviously a lot of body comps in order to prove that I was actually valid with my measurements. So I've done probably close to 200 body comps over the time in grad school. And I've seen these trends, it just remarkably. So a guy would come in and he would have, more stomach and low back fat, maybe even some scap fat. And then, I'd go to pinch or, use the ultrasound wand. So if you've seen our videos, we do two methods at USF with Dr. Campbell. First, we do calipers, which would be the pinch. And then second, we do ultrasound, so that's the wand. But in both of them, we're looking at millimeters of body fat. So whether I'm pinching or I'm doing the ultrasound, a guy with, again, waist and low back, kind of back in general, higher fat, will have virtually no tricep or thigh fat, right? And then the total opposite for women, typically a little bit less kind of in the whole trunk area for females, but then even for a lean female, tricep fat is going to be more dominant as well as thigh fat. And I would see this over and over and over again. And again, that's very common. Everybody knows pear shape versus apple shape. But it really was so evident when I was doing these body comp measurements. So first and foremost, there's going to be men and women differences just in general. And then also understand that stubborn body fat is genetically predisposed. If you hold a certain amount of body fat somewhere, for like this example, in your thighs, you're always going to hold more body fat in your thighs. It is what it is. We can make some changes, which I'm going to get to next. That's the whole point of the video, right? But just understand that that is going to be something that you are going to have to deal with. So for example, we always want what we can't have, right? So somebody who has, really great abs might hold more weight in their legs. They can't really get as much definition there. And then likewise, there's going to be somebody who, has great definition in their legs, but then they hold more weight in their stomach and they don't have abs. And they're like, man, all I want is abs. And the other person's like, man, all I want is striated legs. Again, we always want what we can't have. And to some degree, we can change this, but I want everybody to understand that wherever you are predisposed to hold more body fat is always going to be the hardest place to get it off and keep it off. So there's an old saying, I don't know whoever started this, but it's kind of just the only saying in stubborn body fat that I know. And it's, hold on, I'm going to mess it up. It's like the only quote, hold on. Oh, the last to lose is the first to gain. Okay, almost just ruined that video. So the last place to lose body fat, let's again use the thigh example, your legs. Last place to lose body fat there is going to be the first place that you regain it after you diet. And I've seen that over and over again with myself too. It's pretty common. And some people are going to differ as well with kind of how they hold weight. So for example, myself, I hold body fat actually pretty evenly. I like to say it's like an even coat all over me. So when I'm dieting, I actually don't really look that lean until I'm very lean because it's kind of all over. And then alternatively, there's people who have certain areas that lean out really, really quickly, but then other areas that take a lot longer. So they might look super lean in certain angles or photos or, outfits, but then, you see another body part and it's, they still have a while to go. And I notice this, of course, a ton with clients that I coach. People generally fall into those two camps. So what can you do about this? Like, what can you do about stubborn body fat? Can you change this? First and foremost, like I said, it is very, very genetically determined. So if you're always going to struggle with a certain area, that is most likely going to be what happened. Part of it is gender-based, part of it is just genetic-based. But over time, what you can do are two things. One, you can get a little bit leaner and maintain slightly leaner, and you can also build more muscle, which will change how your body, the body part in question or area will look. So typically what we'll do with clients is we'll go through several cycles of a diet and a reverse period to achieve this. It's not an overnight fix. It is certainly going to take a long time, and you're going to have to be pretty diligent for a while if you actually want to make these changes, but it is totally possible. Now, are you going to, if you're that person who, has, really detailed abs, but holds more weight in their legs, are you going to be that person who has super, super shredded legs? Probably not, but you can still make changes that are noticeable to you through proper diet and proper training. So, for example, a lot of people talk about settling point, right? So let's say you're at a certain, weight, and maybe you're kind of at that upper threshold of your settling point. You're going to be able to kind of get down to a lower settling point, or kind of that lower range for you. But you might not ever really be super, super lean forever. If I'm doing a competition prep, when I used to do this, I would be, at a certain body comp like I am now, and I would have to get to a very, very lean body composition to step on stage. What I look like now is not appropriate for stage. So there was a huge change. Can I get down there? Yes. Is it healthy for my body long term? No. Is it easy for my body? Absolutely not. So my weight and my body fat will go back up. Now, could I get to the lower end of my settling point kind of right now? Yeah, it'd probably take me about a year. If I really, realistically speaking, training, kind of prioritizing a little bit more hypertrophy training, and then kind of tightening my diet up for a few cycles of that would be able to get me down a little bit leaner. Now, there is a threshold that I cross that is pushing past my settling point, which I now have a ton of, biological feedback that is making my body very unhappy. There's hormonal issues, there's metabolic issues, there's mood issues. So that is something, and I've talked about this in other podcasts and videos, etc., kind of trying to change your set point or understanding where your body fat set point is. You can only push so far for so long. So are you ever going to be somebody who can stay, have super shredded legs if that means the rest of your body is like Skeletor shredded? Probably not. But can you, in your off-season period or your not dieting period, be slightly leaner with a little bit more muscle, and then that makes your leg shape look different? 100%. So this isn't to rain on anybody's parade. It'd be a really kind of a depressing video, but it's just the reality of what you can do, to your body fat settling point, as well as your stubborn body fat areas. Like I said, last to go, first to lose. We can work on that and we can change that over time, but it is going to be very, very gradual, and it is going to take a lot more time than most people like to admit. Let's be honest, everything I talk about takes a lot more time than people want to admit. But that's really where the real long-lasting changes occur. So please let me know if this was clear. If you guys have any questions, any follow-up things I need to kind of dive into, you can comment below, or if it's better for an email, you can send an email to info@teamlocofit.com. And if you are looking to learn more about podcasts, articles, programs, anything that we offer, or coaching, you can go to teamlocofit.com. Everything's on there. We look forward to hearing from you.